Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm going to showcase my pretty cool 4-bit CPU, including 2 bytes of ROM with 5 functions, right? 5 functions, 4 bits of data to travel, data to bus, 4 buses, 2 bytes of RAM, and a 4-bit add subtract ALU plus carry in. A horrible user interface with too many overwhelming buttons and switches, old-fashioned style, and too many outputs. Yeah, anyway, so, I already have actually it took a long time to program this. Not long, just a long time to figure out what numbers I wanted to do, because, you know, I don't think our brains are made to have a great random number generator. So anyway, yeah, just stuff. No. A 4-bit decoder, 4-bit program counter, 2-byte encoder, which is the real RAM. So 2 bytes, 4 words of program memory, ROM, 2 bytes of RAM, and then this 4-bit ALU. So I'll run the program later and do a short demonstration. Not really short, because I mean it's so long lines, but I'll explain it on the way. So we have, normally you would have well, at least mine, but to save, normally you would have B 1 2 3 4 5, or 1 2 3 1 2 4 8, and then A 1 2 4 8. But mine has only one set of 1 2 4 8, and you can save to B or A, which overcomplicated it, but at the same time added more RAM, so made it better, I guess. Better computer. Because that is RAM, Arsenal latches here, and these are just the enablers. So let's do some math. So let's say 11, and I want to subtract. So 11 minus 3. And subtract this on, 3 is on. As you can see, 11 and 3, and that equals 8. So that's good. Yep, 8. 8 is lighten up. Has a total number, and yeah. And then to clear, it's just that simple switch which goes under here, and it just resets all Arsenal latches. Yeah, it turns these on. So let's just do all of them on. So normal adders would have this, let's say, but the maximum number you could get to was all of them on but 1, because it's an adder subtractor, and most of them, to make a adder subtract, you carry in, you invert A, carry in, and set least significant bit to 0, which is the last bit. So, yeah. But, so that means that you can't actually carry in, because it's already, when you carry in, you actually turn on subtraction. Well, mine, I figured a way with an OR gate that when you carry in, it does have the chance of turning all 31 on, because 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 4 is 7. 1 plus 2 blah, 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 16. Anyway, 16 and 15 is 31, so surprisingly it didn't turn out as 32, it turns out as an odd number, but that's just because I forgot the 0, which kind of counts. Not really, kind of. Anyway, but, yeah, that's why it always ends in an odd number, because 0 counts. And so, yeah, anyway, so I can do math, but I can also enable a clock pretty long, just so I can explain it. A clock step, which is easier for explaining, and reset or manual override, because when this is on, it turns all of these on, so none of these are on. It also turns on all these pistons, so even if this one is extended, it extends, so it goes to last, but then this one is still on. And then it also goes all the way over here to the last function, which resets RAM. So that's like the total reset and the manual override, because you flick that lever, everything stops in ROM. And then you can do your math here, because or else they interfere. And so when this is off, right now it's on ROM, and so right now it's saving 10 to B. Next step, it's going to save 1015 to A and add those together, and 5 and 10 is 1111, which is 15 in binary. Then the next step, it's going to do 10 minus 5. So clock step, 10 minus 5 equals 5, 101, or yeah, 101. Then the next step, it's going to clear RAM. So it's going to just erase all this and do nothing. Then the next step, it's going to, what's it going to do? It's going to write 15 to B. So it's going to write 1111 and 111 to B. And then the next step, it's going to 8 to A. And at that same line, it's also going to subtract. So right now, it's going to write 8 to B. And it's going to subtract 15 minus 8, which is 111, and that is 7, so 15 minus 8. And this is all ROM, this is all program memory. And I could just enable the clock and do it, but it doesn't have enough time. Next, it's going to clear RAM again to enable the next. Yeah. Then it's going to save 8, or it's going to save 9. 1001 to A, and it's going to save 4 to B, and it's going to add those together, and 9 plus 4 equals 1 plus 2 is, or 1 plus 4, which is 5, plus 9, or plus 8 is 13, so 9 plus 4 is 13, correct. And then it's going to do a countdown from 5 in here, not here, because it's also going to, wait, did it clear RAM? Because I wanted to clear RAM. 15, 8, 9, 4. Yeah, it did clear RAM. So it clears RAM and then it does all that poopy to doopy. Okay, so now it's going to clear RAM. Those turn off. And then let me just turn on the clock. It's going to do 101, 100, 11, and then 10, and then 01, and then 0, and then I should be, oh wow, perfect timing. It ended right on that line. So it's got ROM, which I find pretty cool. And yeah, I showed, let me just go over this, just with the button, or no, let me, okay, so clock enable, clock, oh, that's cool, I didn't know. If you, just a little tip, if you left click a sign, wait, what was it? Yeah, that. If you left click a sign, it acts like you're punching it, even though you're not actually punching it. So that's cool. I went over clock enable, I flipped it. I went over clock step, I went over the reset manual override. A, B, right to the reset. These guys, numbers, I went over the carry in, subtract, I went over ROM. Oh, and just in case you want to know how this works, it's just a counter, any type of counter, and then just call it a program counter. And then just in this, you want to do 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Then here you do 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Here do 0, 0, 0, 0. And then 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And here you do 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Whew. And then that's the easiest way to do it without actually thinking. Just whoop. And then you just have this encoder. And then for easiness, I did it because I like black and red, and white is like a perfect color for the change. So so the black, I'd say, would be your numbers. So the numbers, they just go in a straight line, and they go also to this. And then those numbers also go to two AB registers, so like 1B and 1A. And then in the other functions, what to do, you'll have save to register A, save to register B, which is just a monostable circuit. Do not forget these two ticks. And this is just a quick, and then that'll just let these pistons flow, which will go into RS NOR latches, which will go in the ALU, and the ALU will go in there. And that's how the ROM works, and extremely quick. And then to subtract or carry in, it goes directly into the ALU. And then to clear RAM registers, all it does is it goes up here, and it turns on, this is a one wide RS NOR latch. Not tileable though, because you have to have a space. I mean, technically it's tileable, but in a way, it's not. So, yeah, because of this dust and this dust. Anyway, and then it just turns on all these, which turns off this, which turns off this, and resets the whole thing, which is the clear RAM function. And then all you do, this isn't the best this isn't best explained, but anyway. And then you just program it, so you do like 15, and you save to register B. So you do 15B, then you do 8, let's say, and then you do save to A. And if you want it not to add first and then subtract, or just add, if you don't want it to add first, because you don't even have to have this torch. Like, if you want it to add, you just leave it blank, nothing, and it'll automatically add. Because if you don't already know, you have to invert, and inverting in an XOR gate makes it an inverted wire, because just check that out. It's from like Swift 16 or something. Yeah. He made a video about that, about like the XOR gates. I mean, Benny's Cube made the adder, this really nice compact adder, and then the XOR gate, and how to make a subtractor, because I had no idea. I mean, I knew you had to invert it, but I didn't know that you had to add 1. So if I just knew that, I would have already found out about an XOR gate. I mean, I knew XOR gate and stuff, but so yeah, so 15, and then if you want it to do only 15 minus 8, and not 15 plus 8 and then minus 8, right, when you save 8 to A, because it does B minus A, you also do subtract, so it does everything in one line. And just so you know, if you're building something like this, every time, if you want to, because check out my 2-bit, it only has 4 lines. So what I did is like, let's say, it's the same functions and all, just, so I did like, and only 2 bits, so it didn't have 4 bits, it had only 2. So I'd do like 1, 2, and then I'd save that to B and that to A, then I'd do subtract, and then I'd clear RAM. But since this is a big one, anytime you want to do a different addition or subtraction problem in the ALU, you have to clear RAM to clear these registers. Actually, no, these registers. So to clear these our Snorlatch registers, kind of, you have to clear RAM and then do the next. So yeah. And if I wanted to, I could put a pretty good delay here. So on clear RAM, I could put delay here, delay here, delay here. Sorry. So then I could put the clear RAM in the same line as the numbers to save space. But I mean, seriously, who's going to use 16 lines of code when you can only do addition and subtraction? Like, if you actually could do a display, I mean, I'd seriously do everything to make it more wide. But if I was selling this, I'd totally add a delay, so it had more money, worth more money, technically. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. So it's my awesome 4-bit CPU that took a whole day to make. A whole wasted day on an extremely complex computer that no one understands, and that's probably why you're watching this video. I'm sorry. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. Bye.